Today's video is our point of view on things that we've seen here on TikTok lately.
Yes.
And I haven't stitched them because usually we learn, you stitch.
Well, now some people are just so offended if you
Yes,
stitch them or
yes.
duet them. And that's what social media is about. If it's open, the option's open there. However, some people really take it personal and get really offended.
So I saw this video. This was today. And this is about, actually, I saw many videos. It wasn't just one. It was a few. About women. And they're talking about the type of women that they refuse to hang out with.
Oh, and to avoid.
And to avoid, yes. And so I have to say, again, this is just my unfavorable opinion.
925 Ruka's unfavorable opinion.
Yes. And the point of view is women haters. Can you be a woman hater?
I believe so.
I'm going to call it a woman hater because the videos that I saw today, particularly about women, they're talking about women to avoid and women to not be friends with. Is
Yes.
that what it was? And it was all like the one that let me give some examples that they were talking about. They were talking about the one,
boy crazy one, meaning that they need to be the center of attention, and
when there's
anytime
men around,
they
yes.
see any men, they just like to show off and have all the attention on them.
And I don't.
Yeah.
I didn't really get it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like she was explaining all the traits that are in many different women. So I think she's a
Yes.
woman hater
Yes.
in general.
And what do I mean by that? I guess I could say I would be considered somewhat of a woman hater at some point in my life because I never hung out with women. I hung out with nothing but guys. Like
So I
growing
think
up.
you would be considered
I guess I would be
the tomboyish female that hangs
Okay.
out with the guys. And there's a lot of females that cannot stand women like that who have always, I would say they call them like tomboys.
I guess, yeah, because I've never really, it wasn't until there was a time in my life where I would say from 9 years old to about maybe 16, 17, I stopped wearing the dresses and the skirts and stuff. It just wasn't a daily thing for me. I was really into the t-shirts, the ponytails, and during that time, I had a lot of male friends. And some of them played sports. Some of them were doing other things, And so I got to really get into the whole groove of what guys do. So I've never had that issue. When we'd go to the bars, being a dog, what do you call that? A dad's dog? What do they call
dad
it?
girl?
No. Girl dad? A girl dad.
No, girl dad.
Yeah,
that's
our
for the dad.
our dad had nothing but girls.
Well, you'd be a dad girl.
A dad girl? Okay, so that we were
Daddy's
dad.
girl. It would be something like
Okay,
that.
yeah, so we were both were dad's girls, right? Because my dad had nothing but girls. He was always like, no, you girls are pretty, whatever. No, you do not spend your money when you go out. You have the guys treat you. It doesn't matter. You go to the bar, they're supposed to treat you. Why do you think they do ladies' night? Why do you think women free until a certain time? Because they know that the men are gonna go look at pretty women and they want to have a good time. And it doesn't mean you gotta get fresh with them. It just means that they're supposed to have a good time. So they're supposed to treat you. They're supposed to take you out for the drinks and whatnot. We've had many disagreements on that. So let's go back to this woman hater thing.
Also, another one was, the ones that don't, that like to gossip a lot.
Again, that's most women.
Most women. And then there's some that are way problematic where it's just everyone's a gossiper, seems like. Women.
I just think, I really think now with everything that's going on in the world, the roles, there's really the roles are changing, right? In my opinion, that's what a woman should do. You should be a nurturer, right? You should be now they want most people, it's okay for the woman to be the bread maker, the top provider. Me, personally,
independent.
I don't agree with that. That's just me, okay?
Just our opinion.
That's just our opinion. But however, so this woman hater thing, though, it was really starting to really rub me the wrong way, though, these videos that I'm seeing, because these are women that are in my age range, and they have a lot of following, and a lot of their following are younger girls, 18 to 25, I would say. And at 18, 25, you're still learning. You're still, if you've never experienced anything, I think that's a bad message, because then these women, then I wonder, right? Especially what's going on with the crime world and all this stuff, too. There's so many crimes against women.
Yes.
And why? Because I think it's because they have this embedded
mentality,
this embedded mentality.
Because you're going to take, so some think that if you're just this bubbly person who's outgoing, who likes to have conversations, and you're just, what's the other word?
Friendly,
I would say
cordial,
friendly, just, what's a good right word for this to explain someone who's just very social, right?
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Extrovert, I guess.
Anywhere, right? Some women, and it's always women that take it as, she's flirting with someone's man.
She's trying to updo me.
Yeah.
She's trying to
you're at a restaurant and you're ordering with the waitress, waiter, whoever, and you're just talking to everybody, or you see somebody at the next table, oh, hi. People take that like, oh my gosh, that lady is a flirt. Oh my gosh, this and that. And then that's how I would say it would fall into how you said there's a lot of crime, women against women, we've been seeing like all year round.
Yes.
Because these women are embedding this in other females' heads, like, oh, that's you better watch out for women like that. Like people have said about us, oh, those ladies are just gossipers, drama queens.
Whatever, right.
That's their opinion. Know anything
about us. But anyway, so we're going to leave it on that. But before we end this video, I also wanted to bring up another thing that's been bothering me that I've actually been experiencing in the real world, right, in real life. I've noticed, because again, I like to be friendly when I go places. I go and I order food or whatever I do. And was that today or yesterday? It was yesterday. When the gentleman, good-looking guy, and I was not flirting with him, just like, hey, so did you have a good Christmas? Oh, you got any plans for New Year's? And right away he was like, me and my wife are celebrating our anniversary. And I've had that happen a lot, right? Where it's like, it's starting to bother me.
But if you start listening to when you're having a conversation, doesn't matter with the clerk anywhere, and they bring up their partner, like they say, oh yeah, my boyfriend, this, when you're not even asking them, oh, are you single? It's just like, oh, hey, so what were your plans this weekend? Hey, did you have a good week? Yeah. Oh, I had my girlfriend with me. Or, oh, I had my boyfriend with me. It's like, okay.
So I'm starting to think that. So I just want to leave it with that, too. Don't think that because somebody's nice and they're asking you questions, it means that they want something else.
Yes, that they're interested, that they find you attractive as well.
Flirting, that they want to take you home. Maybe that's our key pickup lines. Again, I'm not sure. Maybe that man's used to being picked up. Who knows?
I know.
But, I mean, what's good? Yeah. But I've noticed that, too. So this video again is about women haters. Was the definition, the bad message. Are they sending a bad message? I think so. And about just people in general. When someone's generally being friendly and they're asking you about your plans, doesn't necessarily mean that they're interested in you. Doesn't mean you don't have to go and put the wife in there or the girlfriend unless I don't know.
Unless it was like maybe a conversation where it's necessary, like where you're actually talking about that topic, like, oh, whatever. But just like out of nowhere, calm down. Nobody's trying to get your number. At least on our part, calm it down. Yeah. I'm not interested, all right? Don't even go there with our physical appearance. It just doesn't mean that we like you, right? Because we get a lot of flack.
She wants me.
Yeah, right. And especially there's so many different conversations that we can get into with this whole topic. Yes. And that's where it gets really good. But
we're going to leave it at that. We're going to leave it at that. So thank you guys. If you made it this far, thank you. Don't forget to give it a like.
Thanks so much. We really appreciate everyone's time.